Right, so the camera's on.
Oh, okay.
Right, so I'll give you a word picture.
Yeah.
I want you to treat me as a pupil at the partly trained stage. I have had some lessons with another instructor, but I've never ever met you before. But lucky enough, he has got the same car as you, so that's why he sent you along today, yeah?
Okay.
So I am familiar with the controls of the car. And he said today we were going to look at emerging.
Okay.
Yeah? And that's emerging left and right. From
Yeah.
minor roads to major roads.
Yeah.
As you're going to be using this for your big day,
Yeah.
do you want to use my manual?
Yeah, okay.
Which
then.
is always going to be in the car anyway, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll break the before I get it out.
Do you want me to?
That's it.
Okay. Okay.
I can never remember the numbers either.
Got some little things on the tags on the side.
Do you?
Want some little tags on the side?
Yeah,
to say
yeah,
with-
yeah. There's only 10 of them. You didn't go over here to remember them all, isn't it?
Right, okay then, Tony. Hello.
Hello,
My name's
how are you,
Allison.
right? All right, Alison, nice to meet you.
And you. I spoke to your instructor last night. He's off somewhere today, but he said he was going to be doing some emerging today, turning
You
left
did,
and
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. Have you done any? What have you done before? You done some junctions before?
Yeah, so just let it roll. Keep it nice and direct, yeah? Have I ever used?
Oh, right, okay. Right, okay, so we're going to do emerging,
Yeah.
turning left and right today.
Yeah.
So have you ever actually used the MS PSL system before?
Oh yeah, I've done that last week with my instructor, and we were turning left, turning right.
Turning left and turning right, okay. Well, it's very similar to what we're doing today. So if we're coming up to emerge to turn left, if you go through the same routine, what would you check first?
Well, when I was turning left from the major to minor last week,
Yeah.
I was checking the middle mirror
That's right.
and the left mirror.
Okay. And what are you checking the left mirror for in particular?
I wouldn't go into too much on
Okay.
on that, because you're going to have to do it on the move
Oh,
anyway,
right,
yeah?
okay. All right, so now after you check the mirror, what's the next thing you would have done?
Oh, well, I was popping the signal on.
Okay, good. And then what would you have done after that?
He had me keeping to my normal driving position.
Yeah. Okay. Right, then what would you do after that, after you've got your normal driving position?
Oh, that's the yes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, he had me doing 2 speeds.
Yeah.
He called it either walking pace or jogging pace.
Right,
He said it
okay.
depended on what I could see.
Yeah, well, coming up to an emerge, we can identify an emerge by the giveaway lines.
All right.
And then we might have seen those last week when it's turning left and right. Sometimes we can go straight round if it's an open junction, and so we can keep it at a slow speed, but sometimes we may have to stop.
All right.
But as we go around today at the first few, we're going to stop anyway, because I need to talk to you about what we're going to be looking at, etc. So, as you say, as we're coming up to turn left, you go through all the routine. So we're going to position to the left. We're going to steer just slightly to the left, so we're facing the way, so the wheels are facing the way we want to be going.
Yeah.
Then we're going to do our observations. We're going to look to the right, ahead, left, ahead, right.
Yeah.
And we're looking to the right for any cars coming. So, did you do walk across, drive across rule last week?
We've done something about walk across on turning right.
Okay, so you didn't do right. Okay, so if you was waiting here and you're looking to the right and there's cars coming, because you've never done it before, you don't know how to judge whether you could go in front of them or not. So we use what we call the walk across, drive across method. So if you're standing here on the pavement and you could walk across to the road, the other side of the road and back again, before any cars come in, you make them stop, slow down or swerve.
Right, if I just come out of roll a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see where you're going. My idea now
Yeah.
is to keep the brief,
All right.
because
Okay.
the more we can cover on the move,
Yeah.
that's where you're going to get your marks for, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, by all means, mention that as we get to the emerge, we're going to pick up some reference points so I don't encroach over the white line,
Yeah.
or don't stop too short of it. And I'm going to educate you on how to judge by using the walk across, drive across rule,
Right.
how to emerge safely, yeah?
Yeah.
So by going into the great detail now,
Yeah.
you're going to have to do it down here in a few seconds anyway, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? So it's the brief is a brief outline of what you're just about to teach me.
Oh. Right,
Yeah?
Okay.
You can give the best brief in the world.
Yeah.
If you don't do it on the move,
Yeah.
you're going to blow it. You can give a rubbish brief.
Yeah.
I'm not saying give a rubbish brief, but you can give a rubbish brief or even no brief at all.
Mm.
But if you manage to cover it on the move, you'll pass. Yeah.
Okay.
So even though the brief might be marked unsatisfactory, you pass. But if it's the other way around, you're up the creek. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a brief outline. So the less time you spend on this, just give a brief outline on what we're going to do. That gives you more time then, because you've only got 30 minutes, haven't you?
Yeah, I know. I know, last time it was so quick.
That's going to give you more time then
On the road, yeah.
to give me education, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
So when we come to that first emerge,
yeah.
after we finish this 25-minute brief,
It was quick as that.
yeah. If there's nobody coming behind us, and it's up to you to keep an eye on them mirrors there, yeah?
Yeah.
If there's nobody coming behind us, you can give me loads of information and loads of education at this first emerge, yeah?
Yeah.
You could talk about, get me into the position, pick up the reference points, give me the what, why, how on the reference points.
Yeah.
You can talk about the walk across, drive across rule.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? You can do it all on the brief here. It's probably going to take about 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
By giving a brief outline, we can probably do it in between 4 and 6 minutes.
Okay.
That's going to give us a lot more time on the move, yeah?
Right. Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you made the links quite correctly with what I done last week. I have done the mirror signal position speed look, yeah?
Yeah.
And I think you know from last week that I'm not going to apply any, transfer any of these skills until you talk me through it
Yeah.
once. So once you give me the what, why, how
Yeah.
on, we're going to check the middle mirror, we're going to check the left mirror, and then as soon as you get around the corner, the reason why is, and the reason why we're checking the mirrors in a new road is, and the consequences are not. We're going to signal about 6 car lengths away. The reason why, we wouldn't there is occasions where we would indicate late, the position, the speed.
Can I just ask you, you know when you do the left merge and the right merge, you know the left one, you say picking up the reference point for the giveaway line,
Yeah.
and you go all through the reasons. And that. Do you do it again for the right hand emerge? Because you've already picked up the reference point, or
Well, I mean, it could actually come, your first turning could be a right emerge, couldn't it?
yeah.
Yeah? So yes.
So if I've already done it once for one side, I don't need to do it again, or
Yeah.
I do it anyway.
Because the reference point is so crucial, because don't forget, everything else I have done before, yeah?
Yeah.
So, once you give me a talk through on the mirrors, the signal,
Yeah.
yeah? And on certain occasions, they're left to centre, because I have done that last week, yeah? If you give me the what, why, how on that, and then just prompt me on the next one. We're turning left, Tony. What mirrors are you going to use? And then just make sure that I use them, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Basically then that brings it down to you, all you have to do is to teach is the bits I don't know before, is the gaps in my knowledge. I.e. is going to be the where to stop, so you've got to stop me in the right, if it's a left hand turn, you're going to have to stop me in the right place.
Yeah.
How many reference points are you going to pick up here if we're turning left?
If you're turning left,
Yeah.
you've got to pick up 2.
Yeah.
The giveaway line
Yeah,
and the left curve.
yeah. So it's important that you actually stop me in the right place. Otherwise, the reference point I pick up is going to be wrong. So every junction I stop is going to be wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is certain ways of knowing that if you have misjudged it. If I tell you the reference point, where the stop line or the giveaway line, because the car comes in along here, well then you know that I'm well over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I tell you it comes in here,
Yeah.
I'm well short of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I know you've only been out in this car once, so it's important for you to know from where you're sitting where the reference points are, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you have any trouble with that, we'll work on that today,
Okay, yeah,
so you get to know the car, so it becomes your best friend, yeah?
Right, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So
So
then-
if I've done the giveaway line, then I don't need to do it again for the other turning, or should I?
yeah, he's not going to roll, because
Because he's not
it's-
done a right turn, just do it again for the right, yeah.
well, because he's never done an emerge,
Yeah.
he's not going to roll over and let you
okay.
let you rub his tummy just on the
Yeah.
on picking the reference point once, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's fine.
I would talk him into maybe 2 to 3 reference points. You know, if we're stopping at the giveaway line, go into the what, why, how, yeah, and the consequences. And then as we approach the next one, a little prompt. you know, how are you going to judge where to stop here? Oh, using that reference point. Well, do you want to show me how you can do that, yeah? But I wouldn't try it after the first one.
No, so do it 2 or 3 times,
yeah,
and then go into prompt.
Yeah, if you think about a real student, you give them the reference point once. Would you trust them to come up and actually do it on their own?
No.
No.
But,
yeah?
But the mirrors and signal, once you've educated them, I can prompt on those ones though, can't I?
Yeah, just...
Because he's done that before,
Yeah,
hasn't he?
yeah. You know, up to a week ago, when I set in the Michael's test, I lost them 1 point because I've been teaching that once they give me the information on the mirrors, I always came back with the lifeline because that's the way I'd seen it done, is, oh, that's the same as what I'd done the left and right hand turns last week. But it didn't work with this examiner, and he knocked him down a mark for carrying on, because Michael wasn't getting the feedback that he thought he would get. He marked him down for over instruction on the on stuff that he previously knows. So prompt him on these bits, after you've given the what, why, how, because he needs to know that you know how to teach it.
Yeah.
And he should come up with the right answer. Then all you have to do is watch him when he's checking each one, yeah?
Yeah.
And then, you know, we're turning left, you know, what mirror is he going to check? Oh, yeah, watch him. Where are you going to signal? Oh, yeah, bet now, yeah? And that's the way it works. So that just leaves you then basically to teach the reference points, the walk across, drive across rule, and the other information that I may need, like turning left out of here on this picture here. I need to pay attention to that red car because it's going to be on my side of the road.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Any questions today?
No. Do I do the right one though on the brief as well? You do both of them. Do you want me to do that or?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that just enough then? Just on that, you don't go through all these bits on the brief.
No, just that we're gonna pick up the reference.
Just going to pick up the reference.
Yeah,
Where to position? Just pick up the reference point, and then we're going to stop. Yeah.
And don't worry too much if you don't get the chance to do it on the first couple of junctions.
Yeah.
It's good at Luton because you come out of the test centre, it's pretty much a dead end road. Yeah.
All right.
And all the tests have gone out before you because the normal drive and B tests don't go out at the same time as the Part 2s and 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sorry, they do go out sometimes at the same time as the Part 2s, but the Part 3s we've normally got a clear car park. The only problem we can have is that you have the other learners queuing up because they know what time the tests go out, so they're queuing up to try and get in and do practice on the Bay Park.
All right.
So one of them may come up behind us.
Yeah.
But I have 9 times out of 10, you can turn left out of Luton Car Park, and on the first emerge, you could hold me there for 5 minutes and get loads of education in, yeah?
Oh, okay.
But as long as you keep an eye on them mirrors,
Yeah.
then if anybody does come up behind me, just tell me where to look and tell me when to go, yeah?
Yeah.
And even if you have to, you can always pull me over, yeah?
Mm.
And give me the detail at the side of the road, and we get moving and try it on the next one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, so on the right one,
Okay.
you would do exactly the same. It's
Yeah.
going to be exactly the same routine, Tony, the mirror, signal, position, speed, look routine, yeah?
Yeah.
Only this time there's a slight change in the position, which I have done before. I have done the left to centre last week,
Yeah.
because you were there. You done it with me, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? But you're going to have to talk me into it,
Yeah.
and you're going to have to give me the what, why, how, and then.
Yeah.
And then you can give me a prompt on the next one, yeah?
Yeah.
And then there is a change in the walk across, drive across rule, but we don't need to go into that now, because you're going to have to go into it when we do a right-hand turn anyway, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. So it's
Yeah?
just as brief as that then, is it?
Yeah, it's a brief outline, yeah?
I've been making them about 6 to 8 minutes. So.
Yeah, I don't know if you're on the Blame Forum here.
Yeah.
Yeah, now have a read on the write-up of the chap who passed the day before yesterday,
Yeah.
yeah? He got pedestrian crossings and use of signals,
Yeah.
got so wrapped up in giving the briefing on the signals, forgot to give the briefing on the pedestrian crossings,
Yeah.
but he covered it on the move,
All right.
yeah?
Mm.
He passed,
All right.
yeah? So it's what happens on the move is important, yeah? If you were to actually forget to give the brief whatsoever, and you covered everything on the move, okay, the brief would be marked on the left-hand side of the page unsatisfactory, but it won't fail you,
No.
yeah?
Okay.
But if it's the other way around, the brief could be marked satisfactory.
That's what I've done last time. So.
And over on the right hand side, it wasn't covered on the move.
Yeah.
You stuffed.
Yeah. Okay.
Any questions on that?
Nope.
Right.
Okay.
You can actually write on that because you can rub it out as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you might leave that pen in the corner this week. Right. So are you ready?
Yeah. Okay.
So if you just stick that in the back seat, as you don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to give you something to hit me when we're driving along.
Right. Okay then, Tony. If you'd like to set yourself
Oh,
up
right,
as you normally do.
Yeah.
Oh, what can you see in the mirrors?
I can square the whole back window,
Yeah.
and I can see a bit of my head restraint,
Yeah.
and I can see a bit of yours.
Good. And the two side ones?
I can see. Oh,
Stay by the bell.
Sorry. If I just pause that for a second.